MP, how you feeling?
Two teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, BA, you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's MP in at the point guard position. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. MP with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. MP outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And here's Edwards outside. They grab their own miss. Gobert, that's good.
You simply must account for Rudy Gobert and keep him off the offensive glass. He's done it his whole career.
Nurkic, a screen on MP. Here's Bailey. Jacks up a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And it's Utah with the ball. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. George passes to Markkanen. And they're on the break. Pass to MP. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Driving in. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, good, aggressive move by MP. You know, I have a feeling we'll see this a lot in his career.
Now here's Filipowski. The 3 is up. Utah with another miss.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Edwards. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. MP, the pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He scored 17 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. They've been red hot lately, and he has been the one leading the way for them. Guys?
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. What a commanding performance in that one. He led the charge for his guys.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
I think he's got to find the appropriate balance between not forcing it and not settling.
Now here's MP. 17 points in his last outing. A minute 53 left now in the first quarter. Here's Gobert. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 10. It's George with the drive. Markkanen for three. Drills it from deep.
Love to see the 7-footer Markkanen go right up with it. Doesn't give the defense time to react.
Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the floor.
What we know, BA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lauri has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lauri can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
And the Timberwolves will go for it.
Substitution on the court.
Edwards against Anderson. Pass to Markkanen. Launches it. Randall pulls down the board.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Kyle Filipowski is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Utah right now. MP drives in. Nurkic with some nice D.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Pass to Anderson. Nurkic against Reed. And Nurkic with the bucket on the assist by Anderson. Nurkic has got his first 2 points. Minnesota leading by 7. Randall is screen on George. Outside Reed. The 3. Minnesota again missing. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Anderson. An easy 2 on the layup.
From a scoring standpoint, this is where Kyle Anderson makes his living, in that painted area.
And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship doors.
Boy, BA, that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
George for 3. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen using his size inside.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Randall on the screen. MP scanning the floor. Puts it up from 12. Utah grabs a miss. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And games like that are backbreakers. To be so close to victory, but let it slip away is frustrating.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging about 6 points per game.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
MP, the pass to Edwards. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
Well, Anthony Edwards has proven to be capable from any spot on the floor. That time he hits you with the 3-point shot. Okay, Anthony.
27 seconds left in the first half. Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Anderson. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen finds Anderson. Down low. 6 to shoot. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah, it's a tight group, man. I like how the NBA keeps the roster small. You want to see the best of the best out there.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So let's head to the sidelines. We've got some news on Dante DiVincenzo. Allie, what'd you learn?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information. There's some pain in the chest area, especially when breathing. Right now, it's being called a bruise. And from the sound of it, nothing to play with, but guys, nevertheless, seems like he's planning to give it a go. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Well, and that's huge. Obviously, things not bad enough that it's going to be a long-term absence. His return to the floor we expect sooner rather than later. That's huge for this group.
So for Minnesota right now, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Edwards out there with MP. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but you know, then you also want that vertical spacing too, where you have a lob threat at the rim. And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Bailey. The 3 ball. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 3rd assist of the night. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Picked by Gobert. MP makes his move, and there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
This is what they love about this young guy. MP puts a ton of pressure on your defense, and he's just getting out of the gates, folks.
And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
And these rookies are on a roll. The best shooters from the field over the last 10 games. MP, number 1. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. They trail by 7. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one.
Strong finish by Bailey. Here's a guy who wants to slam it.
Randall, a screen on George. MP, the pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's George. No points yet. Pass to Nurkic. George outside. Takes the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's MP. MP right through him.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
George passes to Nurkic. A foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Doors for teams looking to trade away a big money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough. But every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Now Nurkic. George for 3. Buries it from 3. George has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan for the Jazz. Kessler, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Niang comes in for Filipowski. Getting ready for Utah. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Niang. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Hendricks. And it's George in for Anderson. Here's Bailey, guarded by Edwards. Here's Nurkic. Now here's Filipowski. Checked by Randall. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Man, that's a key bucket for Bailey, showing he can make a difference on the glass.
Keontae George out there with Bailey. Then it's Filipowski. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Markkanen in at the three. That's the group for Utah right now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
McDaniels fires. He's off from three. Jazz trail by 10. Bailey. Can't get the three. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Now Randall. MP outside. Here's McDaniels. Edwards. The triple hit for Edwards.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from three.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Here's Edwards. The drive by MP. Yes! Using that window!
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen.
One guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot. Yeah, free throws are so key in this league. It's good on MP figuring out how to get to the line.
That one misses.
MP.
He hits the second from the line. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
And a one-handed slam. Here's MP. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Let's loose for three. Not that time. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
All right, let's send it over courtside to Dominic Hamill.
You're fond of saying stats don't matter without the win, so since you did win, I want to ask, you had a few steals tonight, but I'm guessing you think you should have had more? Of course. Well, if you won, though, doesn't that mean you had enough?
In any NBA game, you're playing against two opponents, the one in front of you and the one next on the schedule. A couple of extra steals tonight sends a message to the next guys. It means more attention on me in the scouting report. which means less attention on my teammates. I do what I do so they can do what they do. You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense, yeah. Thanks, MP. Great. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in.